What's good, Dark Knights? It's your boy Zay coming out to another video, and in this video, I'm gonna talk about isolationism. Now, I faced isolationism before, and I still do face it now. Sorry if I sound a little tired in this video. It's cause yeah, I've been working all day long. Well, I mean, like yesterday. But it's a thing that I deal with me currently right now. Feeling of isolationism is not fun. Not fun at all. Well, a good question would be, what is isolation? Isolation is the process or fact of isolating or being isolated strictly from, mainly really from people or things. Now that you understand what that means, let's get a little bit more deeper into it. Now, I don't know if this happens for everyone, but it certainly is happening to me more oftentimes. I think I fight between wanting to be around people and isolating myself from the world completely. And it doesn't make it better where, I'm doing YouTube right now and I'm putting in hours and hours of my time into it, and so I don't have a lot of time to really hang or talk to other people for real, cause most of the time I'm can't do this, I'm working, can't do this, I'm working. And this is kind of like a repeated cycle of me telling people I'm working and them kind of feeling a little disappointed, but I want to be able to just put out quality craft for everyone to enjoy, and I don't know, maybe this is just the sacrifice I gotta take in order to be the best at what I do. It's like they say, the ones at the top are often alone, and I guess they aren't really lying, to be honest with you. I ain't even nowhere near the top, and I mean, I experienced this work, because I'm a workaholic, you guys. I work all day long. If it's something I really love and enjoy it, I would spend hours and hours and hours doing it, because I genuinely love it. So, but it's kind of hard for me to be a workaholic and have to have community with people. You know what I mean? You don't know how hard that really is, and hard it is to balance that. One thing that I'm constantly told and talked about for myself is that friends and stuff try and tell me try and work on your work-life balance, because you're burning yourself out and tiring yourself out. But I don't know, man. It's kind of hard to not do this, because I got a passion for this. So it's I want to devote all my time to it and really give people good quality content. And I'm constantly trying to perfect my craft, and I want to learn new things, and I'm looking at other things because I'm interested in other things as well. So it's I'm working on a multitude of things. It's YouTube, sure, I'm working on this a lot, but this is not my only sole focus of what I'm trying to work on and build too. So even though I'm posting as much as I can, I was posting once every day, but I kind of had to dial it back down a little bit because I kind of felt a little bit too burnt out. And then I was okay, I got to tone it down at least a little bit for myself, so I don't lose myself in sync. I don't lose my identity of who I am. Because let me tell you guys a little bit about something about isolationism. The more you're isolated from the world and people, honestly, the more you lose yourself and just your overall mental state. It goes down, because you guys gotta understand, we're human beings, which are social creatures. So even if you don't have, even if you have people who are bad around you, it would be probably actually better for you to have those people around you than no one. That's why the military, when it comes to using interrogation tactics, the white wall is considered to be the most effective one, because it literally drives you insane being isolated from the entire world and everything. And this is something that affects all of us humans. Isolation is a very dangerous thing, but I don't know. It's like, I feel like sometimes I feel like I'm poisoning myself almost, because I want to keep focusing on my craft and keep bettering myself. But I know this is coming at a cost and sacrificing important bonds and relationships with people, and overall my mental health. So I don't know. Maybe I do need to work on my work-life balance, but I don't know. I just feel like, as a man, bro, like, I don't know. I should just, I don't know. I'm supposed to be working a lot, so it's like, I don't know. Maybe I don't like to be a lazy person, so I always have to keep myself busy doing something. I almost feel guilty for not working. I almost feel sad for me when I don't work and I'm just kind of like chilling, because it kind of just makes me feel useless a little bit. Like, what are you doing? Why are you not working? But there's always a sacrifice when it comes to wanting success, and I understand this. And this is just maybe one of those sacrifices I gotta take for the greater good. Me being rising to the top, it may cost me something. It has to be a cost. There's always a cost. Nothing's ever easy. So, I don't know. I just want to see my craft just be able to develop more and make it more comfortable, and me be able to use more new things and understand more about my space and what I'm doing. So, but yeah, maybe this is just how that I rise to the top, man. Because it's nothing more than I want to do than blow up and come big, become a somebody, become a somebody, prove everyone why I'm the greatest. I can prove to everyone that I'm not the person you should doubt ever, because that's a bad thing to do when it comes to me. People talk down on me, and I want to prove to everyone why I'm going to be the greatest at what I do. I don't want there to be any doubt. I must begin to constantly perfect my craft and be able to get better at what I do, and so that I can keep impressing my audience and show you all why I'm worthy of such praise, and that y'all don't have any doubts on me as to why I don't deserve to be a top creator, because I really do deserve to be the top. And I'm gonna keep working until I get there. There's been many sleepless nights, many moments like this where I'm just tired and I'm just recording. It's like, I don't want to do it, but I'm gonna do it anyway, because I want to see myself succeed in life. I don't want to be remembered as a loser. I don't want to be looked at as the failure in life, person who can't do anything. I want people to look up to me. Well, not look up to me, but look up to what I did and be like, yeah, he earned it. He really earned it. But again, I'm not gonna sit up here and glamorize this, because this is a sacrifice. Friendships. I got one person I really talk to, if I want to be honest with you. I don't talk to a lot of people. Well, I kind of don't like to talk to a lot of people anyway. But I really don't talk to a lot of people. Like, really, one person, I won't be honest with you. Like, that's my homie. And I don't even talk to him as much. We don't talk to as much, but we kind of like acknowledge that between each other. There's no like hatred of like, oh, why don't you talk to me enough? You know what I mean? It's like we both understand that it's life. Things get hard. It's hard to really be able to do this type of stuff right now. You don't have this. I have just the vision of me working hard so that I don't have to work hard anymore. My work speaks for itself. But as far as anything else when it comes to friendships, I don't really have one. I can't really call a lot of people friends. I don't trust a lot of people. People are weird nowadays. They betray you. If there's one thing I learned in life very fast, is to never trust anyone but yourself. To be silent as an assassin. Be strong as a soldier. And be persistent as a boxer. These are what makes a great person strong. But let me go when it comes to relationships. There's two ways you can analyze this when it comes to me as a person. On one hand, I'm highly determined in what I want to do and set myself out for. So that leaves less distraction for things. However, a con would definitely be lack of communication myself with a girl. And I understand this. So often, whenever girls ask me out, I always at least want to give them a heads up. Like, hey, is this really what you want to do? Because I'm a workaholic. I'm very busy a lot of times. So the only way we can really kind of talk is if like you kind of like FaceTime me or like we link up or whatever. But for the most part, it's gonna be probably a little bit harder to text me. Maybe in our little honeymoon phase where it's like butterflies and all that stuff, which is bound to happen in the beginning. But when things start to really settle down, it's like, okay, can you stand the test of the fire of being able to endure this? Because there's I can't paint this as a bad picture when it comes to the generation, but it is kind of sort of semi-true that this generation has an obsessive clingy problem to people, and oftentimes they don't respect people's boundaries. I know that's oftentimes the thing with me when it comes to relationships and stuff like that. I'm oftentimes treated as a god of some sort, a person who can never do wrong at all, and a person to just cling to, as if I really can't tell you why some girls do that to me. It happens a majority of times when it comes to relationships with me. The girl kind of is very obsessive with me and a little bit invasive in my privacy, and I kind of have to push myself off. Now, there's a whole lot of other things as to why I push people off and when they're invading my privacy, and I don't know. It's a whole bunch. But nevertheless, the core of it is that there's some bad communication sometimes when it comes to me, because I'm never the person who kind of texts first at this point. Like, I'm usually the person, like, they text me first, and not say that as if I can't, but this is just typically usually how it is. I may say hey to them. No, take it back. Okay, take it back. I will text the person first, but it's not all the time. It's not majority of the times. Like, I don't have a problem with that, me texting a person first, but you know what I mean? It's just like, I don't have time all the time to do this. It's like, I got things I gotta do. I got work I gotta work on. I got stuff I gotta do. I got stuff I gotta create. And like, this is where my heart lays at. But I don't know. I can't really say people don't understand it, because it's like, at the end of the day, you're in a relationship, so it's like you should expect yourself to be able to communicate more. And they wouldn't be wrong in that situation. So I could give myself a critique on that, but it's just like, bro, like, I gotta be working. I can't stop working. I can't stop working. It'll mess everything up for me. You know what I mean? It's like I just can't stop working. I need to keep going. I need to keep pushing new boundaries, keep perfecting my stuff as an artist, and keep getting better and keep getting better so I can keep impressing people and showing y'all, why I'm the best at what I do. It truly is lonely at the top. But I mean, it can be perceived off as I mean, and this is a criticism I do get when it comes to like relationships with girls and stuff like that. Is that I seem very what's the word? I don't know, an a-hole. Yeah, I seem like an a-hole a lot of times. Like, I don't know. I'm very stingy with my time. Like, that's one of the things that I hate being wasted. My time is my biggest, the only thing that I have, because I don't have that much. So I'm over here trying to use my time as wisely as I can and as smart as I can. And it's like when people get in the way of that and distract me of that, it's like you're wasting my time right now. I don't know. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't mind my girl being around me, like all the time, I guess. But it's just kind of gotta be like one of those things where it's like, you see me, like you hang with me, but I'm doing what I need to do. Like, you're not getting in the way of my craft, because I'm not gonna underplay it and just solely blame myself about this. And when it comes to this, because there is times that my boundaries are being pushed by the person, and I'm kind of forced to kind of either do two things. I either just okay, whatever, and just let it happen, or I have to lash out and be like, no, don't do this. This is my space, my little bubble. Sometimes I gotta create a space as to where it's only just me and my mind, where I can just sit down and think and just reason and just be able to just express and create new things that I like and that I want to do. And I don't know, it's just like I can't do that when I'm distracted by someone or something. Like, I know that I'm not a person who works good in an environment when it comes to with people, no matter who it is. And don't even get me started when it comes to a relationship with a girl. So that's 2 times worse. Like, because I'm focused not only just solely on her, and I'm not focusing on my craft and what I'm doing, that it's just like, I don't know, I'm just gonna throw myself off of it and be like, put so much, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. I could be. I could not be. But it's just like I don't want things like I don't know. And I mean, like, there's 2 sides of the coin when it comes to things. Like, you have to kind of look at things from both perspectives. I know a lot of times when it comes to people, they only look at it one side of things and not actually try to see it from other perspective. Because it makes it much more, either sometimes it makes it much more convenient, or it already just goes along, it's a confirmation bias to whatever they want. So it's just, I don't know, I try to see things from the other side when it comes to things. I mean, at times, yes, I can be biased when it comes to my own self. I think a lot of humans are. I'm self-aware of myself. I'm highly self-aware. Dare I even say sometimes too self-aware. But I don't know. I still sometimes, there's some blind moments of that I don't see in myself. But back to what I was saying, pretty much, is that it does affect relationships. I understand this, and I guess it doesn't make it better that I'm a very nonchalant person in and of itself. So I don't know, I kind of like, when it comes to like the criticism when it comes to me from the relationship, I don't know, I don't brush it off, because I mean, yeah, I do care about the person, and oftentimes that's the thing that's oftentimes misunderstood when it comes to the relationship part of it, is that the girl thinks that I'm actually not showing care and affection for the person, and I don't care about the person, or I don't love them at all. When that's not the case. It's just like, I mean, it's like I like you and I love you and I really want to be with you and stuff like that. And but it's just like I don't know. It's like, do I maybe I don't know. Maybe we need to try to figure out a plan to be able to be where I can be able to spend lots of time with a person, and I don't know, maybe care less about perfection and work. But let me give y'all, I guess one little last thing, maybe. When it comes to I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm just really being brutally honest. I hope that I keep this, recording just raw, and so you guys really get to see how I'm really thinking and feeling about this stuff. But I'm gonna just give you guys a rundown of my day typically, and I'm just be real honest with y'all, yeah. My day usually starts off with me eating a breakfast. If I'm working that day, I go to work, come back home, then I go work on YouTube. I'm working on fashion because I wanna go start a clothing brand eventually. I'm working on painting. Well, I'm not painting yet, but I'm trying to learn how to draw myself, and so I can learn how to paint. So if y'all can teach me how to do that, real artists, I hope y'all do, because I really do want to learn how to draw and paint. I haven't done it in so long, so my skills are rusty. But nevertheless, back to what I'm saying. I eat breakfast if I don't work. Then I go to work, which is doing YouTube. That's my other work. And then I play the game for maybe an hour or two or something like that. I don't know. And then I'm editing a video, most likely that same day, just like I probably am going to be doing today. Well, no, I don't. I won't be able to do it today because by the time I get off work, it's going to be 11 o'clock. So not today, but by the time y'all see it, that day would have been over by now. But yeah, so I come home. I work on YouTube, and I may take, depending on the video, like my last video that I made about the my story time, that took me literally 12 hours of non-stop work, y'all. I kid y'all not. I had no time out of my day at all, and that was just because I didn't work that day at all, and I had nothing to do that day. So I literally worked 12 hours non-stop, literally non-stop. Had no time to do anything. I barely even ate that day, actually. I think I only had a meal, and that was it. One dinner. No, matter of fact, I think it was just breakfast that day, and that was it. I don't think I ate anything else. Today, right now, I'm only gonna eat one meal. That's it. I'm not gonna have time to be able to eat another dinner or anything like that, because by the time I get home, it's gonna be 12 o'clock, and I don't want that sitting in my stomach. And I just skip dinner. I don't even care at this point. I just skip dinner. It's not worth eating at that point. But yeah, on a regular day, I eat, work on YouTube videos, play the game, record gameplay for the game, and then I come back to editing a video, maybe watch YouTube for a couple hours, and then I edit a video till 2 o'clock in the morning, and then I wake up again early morning at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. I fix breakfast, and I keep repeating the cycle over and over and over and over and over and over again. You get the point. Yeah, so if I'm not working at work, my actual job, then I'm working on a YouTube video. If I'm not working on a YouTube video, if I'm not editing a YouTube video, then I'm working on recording a YouTube video. If I'm not recording a YouTube video, then I'm working on a gameplay for YouTube. You see what I mean? Like, and this stuff all takes hours. It's not minutes. Like, these stuffs are all hours each. It takes me roughly, for recording audio, it takes me about an hour or 2 hours, depending on what it is. And editing, it can take up. I've gotten it down just for casual editing, not like on some crazy stuff like how I did like my other video I told y'all about my story time. On average, it takes about 5 to 6 hours. So just for casual, just on average, it takes about 8 hours of my day. So if you really think about it, if I go to work, I'm working for 8 hours, or well, typically right now it's kind of 4 hours. It's going to be 8 hours eventually. 4 hours, and then additional 8 hours to finish and edit the video. And then I'm there till like 2 o'clock at night in the morning. And then I don't know, I guess that's really that. So again, like, it's like I'm working constantly. Like, you see how hard it is to kind of fit someone in my schedule when it comes to this. Like, I can't just stop the working for a person right now. Like, I don't have the time for that. I really don't have the time for this right now. I can't just stop my work and doing what I'm doing to then go lollygag off and go waste my time off of something. I mean, it's not a waste of time, but it's like, I don't know. But look, nevertheless, you guys, I don't want to keep your hairs here too long. It's probably gonna leave a little bad taste in your mouth. I don't know. I'm just kind of tell y'all how it is when it comes to me, bro. I'm not really. I don't know. It's hard to contact me a lot of the times when it comes to people, unless I'm like literally doing nothing that day. Here and there, I'm trying to work on it, but here and there, I'm getting like, maybe a day or 2 or 3 off of working, and then, just relaxing those 3 days or something like that, right? Like, I don't really do that too much. So it's not easy. But I don't know, that's just my thing when it comes to isolating myself. And again, I battle between isolating myself and so I can be away from everyone and working on what I'm doing, and also wanting that love and craving attention from the person. Like, I'm not gonna be a jerk and be like, I don't want no one's attention, I don't want love from a person, but I do want my space from a person sometimes. And I do want, like, I don't know, maybe y'all can break down the analysis of what I'm saying, and you guys can feel how I'm feeling about some of this stuff. And I don't know, you guys can give me a critique about it. I'm open to it. I don't mind it, to be honest with you. It's probably gonna be the same critique I usually always hear when it comes to this habit of perfectionism that I have, and my whole workaholic nature and all that stuff. I mean, I don't know. I don't see it as too much as a bad thing, because it's just like, I'm determined. I have goals. I have a mind. I have a mind. I have a drive. I have something that I'm striving for. My goal for this year is at least to hit 1,000 subscribers by this year. So I'm gonna try and push out content for y'all so that I can get 1,000 subscribers, or 10,000 even. If I, at best 10,000 is what I want. But yeah, I guess that's really all I need to say to y'all. I hope that y'all, I guess got a little insight about me and my psychiatric space, and that stuff, that whole stuff. So anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I'm probably, I gotta go to work soon eventually, so I'm gonna probably give myself like a 30-minute 10-minute nap or something like that, and then or I might just work on editing this video after this recording, because I do have a little bit of time for it. So yeah, I guess with that being said, I love you, Dark Knights.